sitting at the same old workplace. What's the point of this chase? To just bite our old tail. Wishing that something would change, that we could turn back the page and live like a favorite.
Alright guys, we're in Chicago. This is my homie Jade. Jade, say what up. And obviously Travo.
What up guys?
What part are we in right now?
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. It's currently like 0 fucking degrees. Now it's like 36. But we're getting ready to go get some food at, what's the place called?
Cafe Burro.
Cafe what?
Cafe Burro.
Cafe Burro. So, we'll be there. He's closed?
Yeah.
What?
But there's a view.
That sucks. Okay guys, well, I lied. We're not going to eat here. It looks dope though. Check out the landscape, scenery. Yeah.
Start the drum facing down and just go straight up as
Let's
fast
do
as
it.
I can go.
All right guys, we're at the restaurant we were gonna go eat at. They're closed because of COVID and everything's closed because the world's over. But we got an awesome view.
About what needs to change, that we could turn back the page and live like our favorite fairy tales. So a love so freeing. But what about
Found a random ass place to sit down and eat because everything's fucking closed. We even got some pickled goodies.
Dude, look at that.
That's a big ass burrito.
Check how big these burritos are, yo. What? So I got the burrito with everything. Has avocado, cheese, egg, Mexican sausage. It's fire. How's yours, Trav?
Oh dude, look at that. Delicious.
How's yours, Jane?
It's fucking good.
What'd you get?
Tacos, carne asada.
Yep. All right, guys. Since we're doing the video of why porn is bad and how to quit watching porn, figured we'd get a male and female perspective on it. So, Jade,
It's a hot topic.
how often do you watch porn? Be real. 100% real. How often do you watch porn? Do you watch porn even?
I watch porn. I don't watch it often.
How often though, if you did?
I'd have to say like maybe once or twice a month.
That's it? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I read this thing. It says that when people watch porn, it deceives the it makes the brain think of sex of something else.
Exactly.
And it's not how it goes.
Bravo. How often do you watch porn? Realistically.
Realistically?
Come on.
I bet a couple times a week. Depending on how
Being real.
depending on how the mood strikes.
Depending on how many of those.
Yeah, depending on how many of these.
When I watch porn, though, it's girl on girl.
What?
It's girl on girl only.
Why?
That's what turns me on.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird.
Oh, you boss man. Let's hear the insights.
Well, when I used to watch porn, it'd be probably like 2 to 3 times a week or so, I guess. That's obviously if I'm not like getting physical with other people, but obviously recently since we like watch those studies and stuff.
Yeah, try to take that vow.
Yeah, literally, I don't beat my dick at all anymore. Like I refuse, just because well, it said basically because you get so used to like your hand pleasuring yourself all the time and like you watching it that it becomes a problem obviously for guys. I don't know necessarily for females, but it leads to like a lot of ED, like erectile dysfunction problems for males because you're so used to your hand pleasuring yourself and like just watching. You can watch whatever you want. You want a MILF, you want an Asian, you want gangbang, whatever you honestly you want. I mean, it's being real. Whatever you're feeling, like Jade's feeling uncomfortable. But this is some real shit, honestly. But yeah, it leads to a lot of problems, obviously, with your dick, relationships, all that, so I refuse.
It's just like I wouldn't want like a guy looking up porn. It's just way too easy now. You can just look up any girl. It just like deceives the person or the woman you're with.
But yours is always girl on girl.
Oh yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, mine is too
I
sometimes
just
girl on
like,
girl.
I hate watching other girls get fucked. It's not something I like. It turns me on.
Really? So what are they doing that you like in the video?
Eating each other out.
She's nasty. Jade said like a really important thing. I feel like everybody should hear. Say it. Honestly.
If you ask other girls what kind of porn they watch and they're being honest with you, they would say girl on girl too. 'Cause,
Fucked
like,
up.
no girl likes watching another girl get fucked.
I feel like my ex did though. My ex, remember when she said she used to watch porn? She used to like watching the girls get like gangbanged, but she was also like, she was also like a different creature. Which is why we're not together.
Did you guys start masturbating? How old are you?
That's a great question.
I don't remember.
I do.
You remember? Like,
Yep.
Young?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was like, I think I started masturbating when I was in like 6th or 7th grade.
Did you look up porn?
No, actually. So I used to just like love the feeling of like beating my dick. And like, I was like, I couldn't come yet, so I was just like, until I got tired. Like it's just like,
What?
yeah, like I would literally just like jack off until I got tired, and then it was like, okay, it's time to go play now. I guess like, I'm good for the day. Yeah, I remember somebody, I think, but then it was like soon after that, somehow, some way, I got my hands on a Playboy, and it was like an old school Playboy too.
Fucking Mary Lou.
Yeah. Is that what it was? Yeah. Yes. Okay, guys. So fun fact: he used to be my neighbor growing up. That's how we met a long time ago when we were kids. And didn't she had like he lived in a duplex, the bottom half of a duplex.
1958 Playboy Super Edition.
She was a freak, man.
Little old lady.
Little old lady
Little
too.
old lady.
You'd never guessed.
Bunch of naked drawings all over her walls and shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Back in the day, you didn't like as a kid, you don't think about it like that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. I remember when I first masturbated and I had an orgasm and I was like, oh my god, what is this?
For real?
I was like, what?
Dude,
Scene cut.
take 2. You remember the first time you masturbated and it was good? You liked it? You didn't like it? I mean,
I was just so confused.
did you come?
Yeah. I was
Very first time.
Yeah.
What?
No, I was like feeling it and I was like, oh man, this feels so good.
And that was with porn or without porn?
Without porn.
Oh. What about you, Travo?
I'm scared.
Hey, you hold it. Talk to the camera for a minute.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Dude, I really don't even remember. Like, I would say a teenager sometime.
Did you come the first time you watched porn? Or no, did you come the first time you masturbated?
I remember the first time I watched porn, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
What is this sorcery?
Yeah, I don't remember that day, that week. I don't remember. I guess I drank too many good lights. I don't remember.
Jeff. So the video that we're doing right now is on basically porn, like why it's bad for you and how to quit, right? So while we were eating, we were all going over how many times a week we watch porn, and Nick was like, "What else did we talk about, guys? Like the first time you ever watched porn?"
When you started jacking it?
When you started checking it. So, buddy,
You're out.
it's your turn. When?
I was like, I don't know, 11.
11? Do you remember, like, did you watch porn the first time, or did you just start, like, just jacking off?
It was the first time I got off.
The first time you came?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what,
There was some fucking movie with Keenan and Kel. Some superhero movie. I don't know.
and that's the movie you jacked off to, huh?
I guess.
Was there a superwoman scene, or did you jack
Hopefully.
off to? Yeah, because hopefully it's not.
do you remember those channels where it just be like sex?
They have what?
It was blurry.
HBO. HBO at late at night.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever saw porn. Now that's what I remember. So I walked into my parents' room late at night, and me and my sisters were like sneaking in there because we heard like obviously sounds. It was porn, but we didn't know what it was. And like I remember sitting there fucking like feeling all weird. Like, what am I watching? But
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that too. It was me and my friend Haley, and we were like switching the channels, and we saw that, and we were just like staring at it, like, what's going on?
yep.
Is that how you make babies?
So how often do you watch porn, Jeff?
Yeah,
How often do you watch porn?
every day.
Every single day?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, he's a straight freak.
That's another perspective. Everybody's got perspective.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get everybody's opinion and male and female's perspective. So, all right, guys. So, in all seriousness, porn can be a real problem. I know we did that earlier with like asking Jade and Travis and Jeff the first time they watched porn. What was it? First time they jacked off or masturbated, whatever, blah, 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 right? But now I really want to get down to business about as far as like the title of the video, why porn is bad and how to quit. So first of all, I'd just like to start off with saying, number one, it's addicting, very addicting. And you have to treat it like an addiction. People don't want to just quit their addiction. You want to come up with whatever ways in your head possible to not quit your addiction, because the addiction doesn't want to go away. It wants to take control over you, and that's what addictions do. So it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to even bring it up to your own attention that you have a problem. I think that's the first step too. Also in like AA, which is like Alcohol Anonymous and like all that kind of stuff, in like drug classes and whatnot, is the first step is like admitting that you have a problem, admitting that you have an addiction, and porn is an addiction. It is. So there's this thing called the Coolidge effect, guys. And this Coolidge effect is the same exact thing that heroin, weed, any other drugs and alcohol does. And it's what sends pleasure chemicals and signals to your brain and makes it go, I want more of that, which makes it addicting. These parts of the brain, guys, are the same parts of the brain that are associated with like motivation, reward, memory, all of that. Honestly, guys, you can tell you're addicted to something if you're hiding it from people. Like addictions, normally you hide and keep in the dark. And that's something, not just because it's porn, like it's because like you legitimately are addicted to it and you don't even know. Addicts don't know they're necessarily addicted. In fact, they'll be the first person to tell you, I'm not addicted, I can stop whenever I want. Well, then stop. And then that's when the problem arises, because then you're admitting, oh shit, I got a problem. Addictions also, guys, they blind you to reality. They blind you to relationships going on around you that you're affecting. They blind you to the harsh reality of what it's actually doing to your life, because it's an addiction, and addiction is a bitch. I mean, you're here for a reason, right? You're here looking up on why porn is an issue and basically how to stop. So you have to be somewhat having a problem going on, or else why would you just look this video up or find it? But second one, fellas, is that it lowers your sexual satisfaction. You see, guys, studies show that even if you don't watch porn that much, it still can lower the desire for sexual satisfaction. Like, it still can lower your sex drive, and because you're pleasing yourself, so it makes you not want to have sex with your partner often. It makes you not want to do stuff that you normally should do with your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, as often as you probably should, because you're getting it out of the way instead of that happening with them, which is in turn affecting them, because if they're not, then there's, you know, itch that needs to be scratched, or whatever you want to call it. It's not being scratched, and their needs aren't being met, and then therefore there's an issue there. Also, if they catch you watching porn most of the time, then they start thinking in their mind, what's wrong with me? What did I do? What can I do to do this? And it's so toxic for a relationship. Honestly, I can't necessarily say that for every relationship. There might be relationships that do amazing, and they both might watch porn. They might watch porn together, but just so you know, that's normally rare. I mean, a majority of the time between the studies that I've been doing my research on is that porn has a huge negative effect on relationships. You see, porn rewires the brain to change what you should actually expect from sex rather than in reality. I'd say at least, and like, I mean, I have had my fair share of women, definitely. And honestly, I'd say probably 90% of them will never come to the even like close to the threshold of what like porn shows you in your mind and visually. And it's not like that. It's false advertisement, and it gives you a false persona of like expectations of what you really should be experiencing, and it degrades women, honestly. Like, it completely degrades women, and it makes you feel like they're objects when they're not just objects. I mean, they're human beings, and especially if like they're your wife. Like, I've had to learn that the hard way, because obviously porn had a huge impact on me. I thought that women liked certain things and to treat them certain ways, and it's not always true. I mean, there's always going to be someone that does, right? There's always going to be that person out there that does meet that requirement, right? And that's like 1 in like 100, because a majority of the girls don't like half the stuff that they do in porn, and they can't do half the stuff they do, and you're just going to go in, honestly, and all your expectations are going to be just plummeted, because they're not going to be able to meet the expectations that you're already going in there with. And like, it can affect your relationships in such a bad way, because you have this avenue where you can have whatever you want, whenever you want it, right? That makes that this one person, your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, for instance, for example, your boyfriend, whatever you're into, like, they're never gonna be able to meet those expectations, because with porn, if you wanna, literally, I mean, whatever you want Asian, like I said earlier, you want Asian, you want gangbang, you want MILF, you want this, whatever, like, that's not fair to them. They're never ever going to be able to meet up to those expectations that porn has. And honestly, it's the same for you. Your partner, literally, you're never gonna meet up to her expectations or his expectations if they're watching porn, ever. How does that make you feel? Double-edged sword, fellas. And women, whoever's watching this, honestly, it's a double-edged sword. And I know in your mind right now, you're trying to be like, no, it's fine, no, it's cool, or like, we have a good relationship, this. Awesome. If you guys have a relationship where you guys can both watch porn and you guys can do your thing, whether it's together, separately, whatever, congrats. But you're probably in like a 10% club. The 90% of you I'm talking to out there, that's who needs to listen to this. Thirdly, guys, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier, but this one is huge. And it causes erectile dysfunction in men, which is also known as ED, which means the male cannot get hard enough to have sex or long enough of a duration during sex, and it just goes soft. Also, for females, it makes it almost impossible, if not really, really, really hard for them to have their climax, because they're so used to, well, you guys know what. You see what happens, guys, is that it turns into your only sexual trigger. So your mind and your hand pleasuring yourself so often all the time, your body starts rewiring itself and going, okay, so this is how you get satisfaction. This is how you climax. This is what it should be. So then when it actually comes time to you to have to like make love with your wife or whoever you're with, your husband, whatever, your brain is like, well, hold on, this is foreign, this isn't right, and then that's where the problems arise. So you don't even know what's happening, and you're like, man, what am I doing? What's going on? Because you're having these signs and symptoms like erectile dysfunction, or for the females, like you can't climax, and you think something's wrong with you, and then they think something's wrong with them, and it's just one big mess. Honestly, guys, if you're watching this, it's probably for a reason. So my biggest piece of advice, honestly, is to like get help. Don't be scared to ask for help. It's not like weak of you to ask for help, whether you're a man or you're a female. So get help, understand what you're up against, and know this isn't gonna be just a downhill thing. This is gonna be an uphill climb, because I'm in it right now. I quit a couple weeks ago because I refused to have those side effects. And then also I refuse to sabotage any future relationships that I'm gonna be getting in. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be married one day, and I don't wanna make my wife struggle with all that kind of stuff. And because I don't want her to struggle with that, you know what I mean? And I just don't feel good when I do it at all. I don't feel good at all. Not even from a biblical standpoint, but just from like a normal human being standpoint. When I watch porn and masturbate, I do not feel good. So me and my roomie Trav, we quit doing it. We're gonna let you guys know and keep you guys updated on basically our progress and like what we're going through. But stay tuned for video number 4. It's gonna be a good one. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button, guys. If you can, please. I really, really do appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Be cool.